Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. It's the 7th of April, and I think this is my Flosstube number 101, and that I forgot to celebrate 100 because I didn't know what Flosstube I was recording. In true Katie fashion. Anyway, I hope that everyone is well. It finally warmed up a little bit here. It is 55 degrees and it has been absolutely frigid and snowing and raining and hailing and earthquaking and thunderstorming and all the bad weather. And there's an eclipse tomorrow, so maybe the world's ending. I doubt it. I'm not one of those people. The world is not ending. Anyway, it is the early afternoon. I'm hoping to get this uploaded before I leave for New Jersey. I have a cardiologist appointment tomorrow, so I'm actually staying tonight with my aunt and uncle. They very kindly offered to let me stay with them, and by offered I mean told me. So I'm gonna go down and have dinner with them, and then I'll only have about a half-hour ride to the hospital instead of nearly 2 hours. So I will not have to leave at 0 dark 30, which will be nice. Especially because it's just so dark in the morning. I don't like it. Anyway, I have had a very busy couple weeks. Easter was last week. Happy Easter to all those who celebrate. It was wonderful. My brother came in for a couple days, which was truly a gift. I was really so grateful to see him and spend time with him and catch up with him. He is definitely my best friend. So that was wonderful. And I, on Saturday, took him and my dad and my grandmother to where I'm going tonight, actually. We spent Easter Saturday with them and their kids and their, excuse me, grandchildren, and it was lovely. And then Easter Sunday, Burke and I went to Mass, and then I made a big ham dinner, and my couple of my friends came down. And then Monday I spent the day with Burke, and then he left. So that was lovely. And then this weekend, my grandmother's niece and nephew-in-law came in, and my aunt and uncle came in because they were coming, and because Fra's birthday is next week on Friday. And I was really banking on my family coming in next week, and instead they've all come in the last month. So I don't have anything planned for her. So I have no idea what I'm going to do. We shall see. Maybe some of my friends will want to come over for dinner on Friday. And I'll cook. Maybe I'll make a big salad or something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I had a lovely visit with my cousins, but it's been a lot of hosting, which is wonderful, but it is a lot of work. So there hasn't been a ton of stitching time, but that's okay. I have four or five things to show you. All of them are new starts. Just stitching what makes me happy still. Allowing myself the grace to make myself happy in the ways that I can, because there is a lot of things that I cannot control. And that's it. Just trying to keep on keeping on. My brother said to me, you're doing a lot better than I thought you would be. And I was like, well, thanks. I cried in the shower this morning, but you don't need to know that. Now I've told the whole internet, but I don't have bad days. I have horrible moments, and I am very sad, and I think there's some mourning going on, and we just keep on. I can't be sad forever. But if you know anybody who is over 30 and under 50 and looking for someone who doesn't like to drink or go out at night and likes to cross stitch, send them my way. That was a joke. Kind of. Anyway, lots going on behind the scenes that I can't tell you all about right now, but hopefully I can soon. So let's get to my cross stitching. First off, I do have one finish, and it is from, do you remember that little kit of Harry Potter projects that I got at the bookstore? Well, I started one because I wanted something quick. Like, it took an hour. Honestly, the back stitching took the longest. And it is Hedwig here. There you go. Came with a floss. It says it came with needles. I can't find them, so if they are in there, I don't know where they are. And here's my little finish. It's on the included 14 count Aida. And as you all know, I have great difficulty with backstitching. I hope you can see this. The sun's out. It's a miracle. So I'm pretty proud of Hedwig there, I'm not gonna lie. The book backstitching leaves a little something to be desired, but practice makes perfect. But I am really proud of how Hedwig came out. Go Katie. I'm probably going to bring this with me to New Jersey. I'm hoping not to work on it. I'm hoping to work on something else. I have a feeling my aunt and uncle are going to want to watch a movie. Because how much talking can we possibly do? We just saw each other yesterday. So anyway, I figure I will bring a couple very small, easy things to work on. My next project, I don't have a picture of. Hang on, let me see if I can find one on my cell phone. I forgot to print one. Hold, please. Okay, you have to look at my cell phone. So this is a Teresa Koget freebie, and it's called He Loves Us. And I hope you can see that. So it's a little freebie. And I immediately fell in love with this, posted about it on my Insta stories, and then I got a message and it said, well, we could start it together. And I was like, Sharon, do you know how many I've started? This will be the third project in 3 days. And she said, we could start it. So I'm at Michael's. I'm literally at Michael's. I'm picking up shirts I'm making some shirts on my Cricut for Stephanie, and she ordered the shirt. So I was literally in Michael's, and I was like, what fabric are you using? So she tells me, she's like, oh, I hand dyed linen, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, good for you. I did not hand dye any linen. So I went and I was at Michael's and I got the DMC because I was like, well, I'm already here and I have a coupon. Why pull it from my stash, which is such a pain to do? It's really not a pain. I'm just lazy. And I came home and I promptly started it. Woo. Woo. Hang on. I'm back. And I promptly started it. So I was going to buy some fabric at Michael's, but they didn't have what I wanted. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll get some Irish linen because I do like that. And then I remembered that I had it. And then I came home and I was going through my stash and I found in stash that somebody gave me some Charles Craft light blue 14 count Aida. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. And it is. So this is one of those rolls of Aida. I started this the Monday before Easter. Wow, you still can't really see it. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss, friends. There we go. So I've just gotten, mine's going to be much bigger than the rest of them because I'm using 14 count, but that's okay. So I'm using 14 count Aida, and all I've done is some leaves and some lilies. I am not allowing myself to do the words because I love doing words. They're very fast for me. So I'm not allowing myself to do the words until I finish the flowers because I am absolutely dreadful at flowers. So here's the project again so you can see what it'll actually look like. So I'm on that flower, and then I have to go back in and do like the pollen. But we're getting there. It's beautiful. Thank you, Teresa, for that wonderful free pattern for Easter. I love an Easter lily. I actually kicked around like, oh, if I just work on this, I could probably finish it for Sister Redempta. And then I was like, Catherine Mary. No, you cannot. So that was the last new start of the 3 days and 3 new starts unplanned. And I have it in this wonderful, these bags, these are Bible bags that I got on super clearance at Books A Million for like $2 or $3, but they fit perfectly in the little basket I have downstairs next to where I sit. So they just pop in like that. Almost got rid of them a couple times. So glad I didn't. Okay, and my other new start was the April Quaker, and I don't have a picture of this either, But this is the monthly Quakers, and I think I worked on this for one night, and then my grandmother, God bless her, guilted me about it because I should be working on the big project I'm about to show you. So this is all I have done, and it's now April 7th. So I need to get back to this because, you know, May is coming. But that's all I have. These are all using the DMC conversion unless I happen to have the fancy floss, and this is on an 18 count oatmeal Ada, 2 strands. And the colors for April are DMC 502, which is the green you've already seen, 524, and then this. Also, just so you know, Stephanie had to send me the colors and I had to write them down on a piece of paper to pull them out because I didn't feel like getting my tablet out. My laziness sometimes knows no bounds. And 352. It's like a peachy. So it's very, very springy. So I definitely have to get back to that. Must. It's certainly not that I don't like those. I love them, and I do want to finish it. Really, I want to start it. It's just that I'm working on a big project that has a strict deadline, and that's important. I really like these bags. They're perfect. Okay, next is my Prairie Schooler Angels, and I know I had the... Y'all, I have April printed out. It's right here. I'm just an idiot. So this is April Quaker. I've done this part right here and a little bit of that. Professional Flosstuber right here. I am professional. I mean, you're lucky to be in my presence. I've also made you small. And I've lost the pattern. It's not my day. It's sincerely not my day. I buried under everything. I sang today. I cantored at Mass. And we ended with Sing with All the Saints in Glory, which is in the Ode to Joy, which is kind of high for a long time, and it's fast, you know. So now my throat is like, did you see all the flowers in the church wrapped around the podium you were singing at, wrapped around the cross, wrapped around the altar, wrapped around the baptismal font, in front of the shrine to St. Joseph, in front of the shrine to the Blessed Mother? And you thought singing was a good idea? So I'm like, my nose is running. I'm trying not to sneeze. And I'm like, oh, it was great. Professional. That's a volunteer job like this. So, you know, I don't have to be professional. Anyway, this is my Prairie Schooler Angels. I am copying Vanna. I am doing this on a 32 count linen, an 1/8 yard of 32 count black linen fabric from 123 Stitch. I am using the called for DMC, and it's very Prairie Schooler colors, which is great because that's what I love. Didn't cut this thread right here. They're beautiful. And then I am adding Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. She added Gloria in Excelsis Deo, like the song, and I copied her, as I do many things. Ooh, you can see right through that. So here's what I have so far. I have 2 of the borders done, and then I started the letters. They are over 1 on 32 count black. And I'll be honest, when you're far away, they look great. When you are close, they do not. I mean, they don't look awful, but my skill set is not over 1, apparently. I need a light. gotta use my light. And then depending on the time of day, if I want the magnification or not, because my light, it's actually also the one Vana recommended. So it has magnification, but I don't usually use it. I usually just use it for the light, but I figured 2 birds, 1 stone. So anyway, I love this project, and I want to get back to it ASAP. And again, it's those 3 beautiful angels and then the Gloria at the bottom. So this final project is it's an interesting story. Not an interesting story. So I told you all that Jenny sent me such a wonderful package, and that it had the 3 little faith smalls and then the Our Father piece, which I can't show you a picture of because there's no cover photo. It turns out that it's a free pattern that I found. It turns out I found the pattern. And it's from Annie Makes Things. No, excuse me, Anne Makes Things. And it's a Blogspot blog. And she very kindly commented on my last video. Hi, Anne. Thank you. And I love this pattern. It's like these fantastic primary colors. Beautiful. And I knew I wanted to make it, and I did want to make it for me, but my godmother is having some very, very serious health issues in Ohio. She's my mom's oldest sister, and she and my mom look just alike. And like I said, she's my godmother. And I'm going to go to Ohio for a very quick, long weekend. I'm going to leave after work on a Thursday, sleep halfway at a hotel somewhere in between Ohio and Pennsylvania, and then go the rest of the way Friday, meet a friend for lunch in Dayton, and then see my family Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and leave at 0:30 Monday morning, and God willing, be able to do the whole drive home by myself. I haven't done the drive alone in a long time. I get really tired when I drive for too long, but I'll have the whole day. There's no rush. It's 8.5 hours of driving time, so it usually takes between 10 or 11 because you gotta go to the bathroom, you have to eat, all that stuff. So I'm hoping to be home Monday night to have dinner with Fra. I've got some meals frozen for her. I don't have anybody stopping because really I'll see her Thursday morning, and then I'll be home Monday. I'll call her every day. I'll probably ask my dad to stop by, but she'll be okay. She won't go down the basement while I'm gone. So it'll be fine. A very quick visit to see my mom's family. I haven't been there in 2.5, almost 3 years. I would go more, but it's a long trip by myself. The last time I went the travel was an unmitigated disaster, which is why I'm driving this time. It's expensive to go, but it's so important, and I love my family, so I want to make sure that I go. Anyway, all that to say, I started the Our Father specifically for my godmother. I don't know if she's still religious. I know that people come in and out of their faith, but she is my godmother, so it felt very fitting. And with her health difficulties, the Our Father is like the prayer everybody knows. It's very easy. It's very accessible. So I started it for her. I am doing this. Hang on, I have a card. I am doing this on an 18 count Bestitch Me Winter Blue using the called for DMC. And like I said, it's the Our Father, and it's by Anne Makes Things. And I am over 50% done. So there it is, and I think it's just gonna fit in an 8x10. Just fit. I have to measure it again, but so I love that border. I did all the way down on the border, and then once that was done, I did the Our Father at the top, and then I'm just starting on this. The letters themselves I work on when I'm at work, like on my lunch, and then usually I'll work on them a little bit at night. So I think I've said letters for me are like a gift. I love working on them. They're fast, they're easy, you make progress, there's no color changes. So I don't, if I let myself do all the letters, I might never finish the other border. So I have started the other border. That one's a little harder to see because of the fold in the fabric. There we go. So I have like 3,400 stitches left, and over 2,000 of them are purple, the letters. So, you know, I can do more letters. I'm going to bring this to New Jersey today. This has been my focus project. It's all I worked on. Easter, like the Holy Week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's all. It's all I worked on. And really, I worked like once on the Teresa Kogut piece, but otherwise it's just been this. But honestly, Friday I was off, but it's so much to do in the morning. And then I had a meeting, and then I had to run to the grocery store, and my family was here by 3, and they didn't leave till 10. So, which for me, I'm usually asleep at like 9:15. So I was tired. And then on yesterday morning, usually I stitch in the morning, I got up and I sat there like a brain dead fool. I'm scrolling Instagram. So I only got a couple hundred stitches yesterday by the time they left, and then today I haven't stitched anything at all. Sometimes life's like that. But anyway, I'm hoping before I see you again, this should definitely be done. Like I said, I'm like 55% there. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. The only thing I changed was, oh, there's a piece of dirt on it. That's good. She had "Thy will be done in earth," and at least the way the Catholics say it, we say "Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." So I changed "in" to "on." But I really love her letters. I love that they're just like plain block letters. I truly love this piece. So, like I said, that's for my Aunt Mary, who hopefully continues to get better. And then I found in my stash this little sticker from, I think, Lindy Stitches. So I'm going to frame it and I'll put this on the back so they know it was stitched by me. And that, my friends, is all I have worked on. That's it. Nothing else. It's all been new starts. Hopefully when I see you again in 2 weeks, yes, it might be the Saturday, not Sunday, but when I see you again in 2 weeks, I will have some like progress on whips, but who knows? I see new things and I just want to start them. Anyway, I hope that you're all well. Thank you again for your comments, your prayers, your thoughts. Please know that they mean the world to me. I promise to not continue to start with my videos telling you that I cried in the shower. Forever. I mean, it might still be a little while, but know that I'm grateful. Know that I'm praying for you. Know that stitching is such a solace, and I'm not going to feel guilty for my new starts, and you shouldn't either. Anyway, be well, my friends. I'll see you soon.